Well, Coach, thanks for joining us. The Broncos coming off a bye week and headed to Grand Forks for the newest edition of the NCHC playoffs, so a one and done, and found out over the weekend that you'll be playing Minnesota-Duluth. Why don't you just talk about the matchup? And obviously, one and done makes everything just that much more exciting.
Well, it certainly does. And I think that the key thing is that, or Adam, sorry, I think the key thing is that we approach this game with that type of intensity, but by the same token, it means that we don't have to do anything different than what we've been doing. We need to play consistent ship to ship. We need to know that every mistake is going to be critical, and we need to be smart and manage the puck a great deal. So, we're excited for the opportunity to play Duluth. We played them 4 times this year, and obviously in past years we've had tremendous games against them as well. Kind of the rubber match, so to speak. We've each won 2 games, and now we get to face off in a real special game. So they're a team that we talked about it this morning. They don't beat themselves. They play real consistent. They're from the first minute to the last. They're going to compete and play hard, and that's important for us to realize that. And I think the other thing that we have to look at, Adam, is we look at this particular game. Duluth got down 3-0 in the first period to St. Cloud in their last game. So they're certainly going to have a focus on getting off to a great start. So we're going to have to be on top of our game just when that puck's dropped.
What did you guys focus on during the off week? Obviously not knowing yet who your opponent was going to be.
Well, to be very honest with you, Adam, our focus every week is we want to emphasize in our game and the things that we do well and we don't. So we had a bit of an analysis here today to kind of go over the things that we did successfully against Duluth and the things that we're going to have to do again. But it's really all about us. And certainly, we want to emphasize our strengths, which is certainly our team speed is something we want to emphasize. We worked again on our puck battles, one-on-one confrontations, because when you play Duluth, quite often it's a battle along the walls and you've got to be strong. And the other thing is just managing the puck in the offensive zone. I mean, we have to force Duluth to play on their side of the red line. Obviously, they're going to try and do the same thing to us. So once you've got it in there, you can't give it away. We've got to hang on to it. If they get it away from us, we've got to win it back before they get out of their zone there. So just, all of the things that we would do in normal preparation. We've had a little extra time, obviously, with the bye week. And, we're excited about the game for sure.
Going back to the Miami series, and then last week's press conference, you had mentioned about how you wanted to see an increase in 5-on-5 scoring, and you did throughout that second game against Miami. As a coach, how do you kind of balance, not wanting to water down the success of the power play, but obviously the need to keep up the intensity and generate scoring chances while 5-on-5?
Well, we certainly never want to water down our power play or our penalty kill. If we look at the games against Duluth, they played a very important role in it. Obviously, we gave up 1 power play goal to Duluth in the 4 games, so that's going to be important. And, we scored a number of goals in the power play. Certainly in the last game, we scored 4 goals and 3 of them were on the power play. So we don't want to de-emphasize our power play at all. We worked on it every day last week in practice or game situations, and we worked on our PK just as much. But, to score goals against Duluth, as it is against most teams, you've got to battle to get to the front of the net. You got to get pucks there. You cannot play on the outside. The very first game of this season series against Duluth, we were a team that played on the perimeter, and in the other 3 games we got to their net hard, and we were getting our stick and body on pucks, and we're going to have to do that again. So we certainly emphasize all the time getting bodies and pucks to the net, and that's going to be very important this weekend as well. But we never ever want to downplay our power play. We just want to see our 5-on-5 play offensively heightened.
So by time this reaches the internet later this afternoon, we'll have announced that Ronny Attard is a first team all conference selection in the NCHC. Joining Hugh is only the second one ever in program history. What does that mean to Ronny and to the program?
Well, certainly, Ronny Attard has been a Bronco for a lot of years. He made a verbal commitment to us when he was about 15 years of age, and we stayed true to our commitment, and he did as well. And went to junior hockey and had Tri-Cities and played very well out there, and had a record-setting year in his last year junior hockey. Came to us and certainly was an impact player right away last year in his freshman year. Did generate offense, but most importantly, he became a real good defender. And then he's taken that to another level this year. And to see the other coaches in the league recognize him as somebody that's deserving of this award is really special. And certainly a leader on our team. He logs the most minutes on any given night, and he's a force out there. There's no question about it. Been a great leader. He's got a great attitude. Always got a smile on his face, and I'm always on him about getting back harder and getting better at his retrievals and so on. He smiles and he just goes out and does it, and then they drop the puck for games. And when that clock comes on, Ronny plays real hard. So we're really excited for him. It's a recognition to all his teammates that have supported him as well too. But to have two first team all conference players in back-to-back years is a pretty good feeling.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Adam.